in Melbourne. Just another quick tutorial this time on composition. So what I want to do is bring up a photo of a butterfly that I took a few days ago, and I wanted to talk about recomposing an image in Photoshop. Now this was taken on the 5D Mark III and the 300mm 2.8 lens. This was at the closest focal point that I could get to, which was about 3 meters away from the lens. So ideally I'd like to bring it in a wee bit closer, and knowing that I'd shot on the 5D Mark III full frame sensor camera, I can go in and crop quite successfully into, you know, a quarter of the image or less if I want to and bring that up to quite a suitable size for printing. So in this case, I just wanted to talk about the balance of composition. So I'll just click on the crop tool here. So if we look at the image here, and if we're trying to pick an area to crop down to me there's some very obvious areas in this one, which are down to, if you look at the right hand top corner, that leaf on the right here, this one here, an obvious place to crop down to for the top of my image on that left hand side. So just in there we're sort of leaving a bit of a balance between the edge of the frame being from the distance from the top there and the distance from this side. Let me just grab that, it's just lagging a wee bit. I'll let that catch up. And yeah, it's just taking a second there to move. So if we just grab that and move it across a bit, and then we'll just take that bottom corner here as well. We're still on the crop tool, yeah. And we just take that bottom corner and lift it a wee bit, and that corner there a wee bit. Yeah, so we're just leaving an equal amount of space around the edges of this, so that we don't crop in too tight and cut the edges of those leaves off. I'll lift it a wee bit here just to get rid of that information at the bottom there. Just sort of tidy up that bottom edge a bit. Any little highlights sticking out. So probably somewhere in there is a reasonable sort of composition. Let's just jump there a wee bit, isn't it? There we go up here. So leaving a bit of space like that around it is probably quite nice, and a wee bit of space at the top. In a way, you don't really want a living subject to be heading out of your photo. There's probably just enough space there for it to remain. So I'll crop at that. Just to give us one option. I'll just look at the image size and make sure it's something like an 8x12 image. We're pretty close at that, aren't we? If we just go, yeah, that'll be close enough. So we'll save that, file, save as, and we'll just call this butterfly, and we'll leave that code number there for the image number there. That'll be a couple of megabytes, I'd imagine, or thereabouts. Yeah, there we go. So another option that we could look at in cropping, because there's not always only one way of cropping these things, but we're just looking at that balance. If we wanted to leave a wee bit more space on the left of the butterfly, which again would be quite a nice thing to do, we could come down to a point here where we just take that leaf out on the right hand side top. So just at that point there is probably pretty good, and then just bring this down until we're, you know, got a bit better space. Let's leave just a bit of space above that. I may even just go back a wee bit further just to bring that balance up a bit. I'll grab that bottom corner down here. I'm holding the shift key down to keep the space. You notice I don't cut that leaf off at the bottom. Leave a bit of space at the leaf at the top, and we're probably pretty good there too. We could look at vertical lines and looking at you can see there's a curved sort of line going down there, but that's just the natural curve of the leaf. I could perhaps just tilt it a wee bit just to bring that bottom up to a wee bit better balance, just to bring this line here a bit closer to horizontal. So that's probably pretty good at that. So there's a second option for composition on the photo again. So we just it was just a wee hint there, a wee tip on getting balance in your composition and not cutting halfway through things, not leaving things on the edge of your frame that are protruding into it and sort of becoming a bit of a highlight. So there's just a wee option on recomposing a photo in Photoshop. I hope you've enjoyed that, and we'll be back with more tutorials in the next few days. Thanks for watching. This is Peter Cannon from Cannon Digital.